the suspense you feel when Deep Rock Galactic: A Distant Terror plays.
Oh, dude, their soundtrack is the best.
Holy shit!
I just shat myself.
I want you guys to imagine, as one often does, that you have a pet monkey.
I won't lie to you, dude. The soundtrack in Deep Rock, it is probably the best part of the game. Everything else of it's great. It's amazing. But the music just hits so different each time there's something going on. It's crazy the amount of VTuber news that are coming out this week, with Cinder and then now Matara leaving Vishojo. It is absolutely bizarre. I can't wait for the Mugen documentary of the whole Cinder drama. That's gonna be a very long reaction. But anyway, let's get on with the video. The cult-like fan base of Deep Rock Galactic. Of course, man. Deep Rock is awesome.
So I've been driving consistently for about 4 years, and it was only up until a couple of months ago where I actually looked around me for the first time while getting out of my car to head inside my house. I stood outside and looked down to see grass for the first time without just looking at it through my peripherals. And as I pondered just a little bit more, I realized that I don't even remember the last time that I've even touched grass. Yeah, I know. I know this sounds absurd to you, and I'm doing the meme about the whole touch grass thing, but this is legitimately a thing that happened to me. I'm not making this up. To be honest, I'm just constantly busy. I just don't have time anymore. But you know what I did have time for? Going into my house, forgetting about this stupid grass, kicking my feet up on the table, and playing video games. That's what I had time for. And you know what game I loved to play when I got home? Not Deep Rock Galactic. A game about mining and collecting different colorful minerals in different procedurally generated caves on a hostile planet. Defending yourself from the variety of bugs and enemies that infest it.
Oh my. Oh, nice.
And afterwards having a nice beer with your buddies back at your spaceship. And maybe with the resources you collect on your adventures, you can upgrade your gear and your weapons.
Honestly, I'm just going back and forth. One of the things I don't like about Deep Rock is that there's no cross save. It's like, bro, where's the cross save? Devs, hello?
And I didn't like any of it. I wrote off this game back in 2021. And up until very recently, I had only around 10 hours on the game, until it was recommended to me by you guys. And that's when I decided to give it another try. Now, as the viewer, you might be saying with a big frown on your face,
at 2021, really? Didn't the game officially release like in 2020?
Hey man, if you don't like the video game, then why are you even making a video about it? And to that I say, you're right. You're right. How can you not like the game? It's a game where even a hint or a slight mention of it makes everyone chant the same damn catchphrase every time. Just take a look at the overwhelmingly positive Steam reviews and go on Metacritic and you'll find that
97 overwhelmingly positive. Holy crap. Dude, I don't really see games that go to 97% of overwhelmingly positive.
I said
97
was wrong.
That's insane.
Even if it's an opinion. My opinion was wrong. So many people love this game, and for a good reason too, but I really didn't pay attention to any of that at the time. I was too busy playing Counter-Strike. Hold on, he won't watch this lineup though. Good show, jolly good. See, Deep Rock was originally recommended to me out of the blue by a friend. He calls me up on Discord one day and he says, "Hey bro, I just found a game. It's called Deep Rock Galactic. Have you heard of it?" And so like any good friend would do, I let out a big sigh and reluctantly went into the Steam store and I bought the game. And I played it, collecting Morkite, protecting Loretta, figuring out what each class specialized in. I mainly played the Scout because he's fast and he had a grappling hook. That was kind of my style of play, so I liked it a little bit. There you
Understandable.
Oh, boy.
Good job, man. You got it.
So next time I'm gonna need a little bit of help.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I got to listen to my friends talk about all the different upgrades you can have on your weapons. Not that I listened, because I didn't really care. I put a snowman hat on myself. Quite immersion breaking, but I thought it was pretty funny.
I don't fuck with the snowman hat.
Fuck you. I played the little mini game with the barrel in the hub area, and all of this ended with about 10 hours of gameplay or so in total before I checked it off my list one day, uninstalled the game, and abandoned it in my massive pile of forgotten video games in my Steam library.
And then until...
And my verdict? The game was okay. I don't really get the hype around it. Now, I'm not saying that I outright hated the game. I guess you can say that I definitely would not have played it if I didn't have anyone else to play it with me. It was one of those games that I enjoyed only because I was talking with my friends.
You motherfucker, I literally have a drill.
And the game was just sort of there in the background. I didn't really like the game as much as everyone else. Why? Well, for a rational person that's listening to me, they can say, well, I guess the game just isn't for you. And that's fine. Some people just can't get into certain games. But
no, that's facts, dude. Of course. Like, personally for me, I like this game. I deeply enjoy it. But if someone's like, yeah, but it's like, it's not for me, but I understand why people like it, or just simply like, it's not for me, I'd be like, you know what? Understandable, dude. Not every game is going to cater to everybody, especially if it's a massive fan base, you know? Like, personally for me, everyone's like, bro, Final Fantasy's awesome and all that. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool. But I just don't like the whole turn-based, all that stuff. It's like, it's not for me, man. That's really it.
That doesn't make sense to me. How can I not like the game if it's a shooter with cool guns and with a beautiful art style? My channel was originally based off of Overwatch. I used to love that game for that reason alone. Among other reasons.
Sure,
I have friends to play it with.
buddy.
That isn't the issue. I love first-person shooters. I have over 3,000 hours on Counter-Strike, which I regret every waking day of my life, but that isn't the point. All the aspects of this game point to me liking it, and as I'm sitting down at my desk right now, I can't for the life of me figure out why I didn't. So what's the problem here? Why do my friends like this game more than me? Why does everyone seem to like this game more than me? Maybe something was wrong with me mentally.
Oh
Maybe
my
I was
God.
depressed. I don't know. I felt casted out. So I tried it again. And it wasn't my idea either. The small community that flooded in on my last video told me to. And so like any good video creator should, I looked at my community votes, I let out a big sigh, and reluctantly dug out Deep Rock from the pile of my forgotten games. Dusted it off, and installed it once more, and I told myself...
Oh, damn, bro. You got that much memory in your thing left? Bro, get an NVMe drive. What the fuck? But anyway, what is it? Yeah, well, Deep Rock is one of those games where you'll put down for a while, and then you could pick and then you could start right off where you're left off, which is awesome. I wish many other games did this as well. Even though, here's the thing, man. You know what's crazy is that if you're someone that did a very deep, a deep progression in the battle pass, there's more likely, depending how much time has passed, you probably could continue off on that battle pass, because it takes them a very long time for a battle to introduce another battle pass. So, and I've done that at least twice.
If I'm going to play this game again, I can't play like how I played it last time. Something needs to change. So I played it alone. The first time ever playing this game alone, and it seems weird to play it in this way. You see the trailer for it on Steam and you think that it's supposed to be a co-op game, but it doesn't have to be. If you do play it alone, you get this really cute companion that replaces your friends. His name is Bosco. Look how cute he is.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Bosco fetches minerals for you, slowly worrying his way up to any mineral you ping and letting the bits drop beneath you as you pick it up. He shoots bugs occasionally as well. Not that effective, but, you know, it helps. Kind of. And if it wasn't for all of you, I wouldn't have known that he existed. See, because I didn't come in with a mindset to play with friends and have a good time with them, I abandoned them and actually looked around me, you know, actually paying attention to what I'm playing. And it was amplified when I don't have friends to distract me and ruin my immersion.
How would you feel if your dick was just like that carrot you have on your mask?
So, have I learned anything? Did I take anything in?
I mean, I'll be honest, dude. Maybe your friends are just, what is it? Maybe your friends are just retarded. Maybe that's what it is. But I don't know. I mean, here's the thing: when you play Deep Rock, they're supposed to enhance the experience, but maybe because your friends are just shitters, or maybe just really not that entertaining, so it just wasn't fun.
In this time that I didn't last time.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even know where to start, to be honest. There's just a lot of things. So let's weapons. Yeah, let's just do weapons. I got more weapons, and I never realized just how cool and unique they really were. You want to shoot a platform that you can stand on? You can do that. Or maybe you want to freeze your enemies with the cryo cannon. Are you even doing anything to that? What the fuck is that? Oh my... Maybe you want dual-wielded weapons. Oh my god. I'm fucking Tracer, dog! I don't want to play Overwatch again, I'm good. Yeah, that's all the weapons I have so far, by the way. I love the scouts.
Oh, dude, just wait till he gets a microwave gun. What is it? What was that, like the one that's the laser beam or the anti-air cannon, or the missile launcher, bro. He's gonna love
and
those
no,
ones.
fuck you, I'm not playing anything else. The caves are phenomenal. Not only are they super colorful and unique,
so
but
ominous.
you can essentially break everything. It's like your own little sandbox. Oh, no, don't break that. No, don't break that. Don't break that.
Sorry.
And when I say that these caves are unique, I mean that in this biome specifically, you can hang glide on whatever this is. You go into this one and you get these annoying little blue things that never stop spawning and electrocute the shit out of you. This one you get electrocuted, except it's not by bugs, it's by a rock. And this one you get, well, this one you... okay, this one's just nasty. I actually really don't like this one. Fungus bugs is crap. But regardless of what biome you enter in, each one has its own wonderful color palette. Each one is beautiful in its own way if you just take the time to take it all in.
It is environmentally rich.
Thank you to the developers for implementing cinematic mode, by the way. I can press H and everything looks so much better. Oh my god. Every frame is like a goddamn screenshot. This game is beautiful. It really is. And not only is it beautiful, but the sound design that they have for this game is pretty phenomenal too. Rather than hearing my friends scream at the top of their lungs, I can now hear what they were drowning out the entire time. The collection of random meteorites crashing down around you as you try and escape the crash zone. The sound of the dreadnoughts when you open their cocoon to release them. The explosion from the engineer's grenade launcher. The suspense you feel when Deep Rock Galactic: A Distant Terror plays.
Oh, dude, their soundtrack is the best.
Holy shit!
I just shat myself.
I want you guys to imagine, as one often does, that you have a pet monkey.
I won't lie to you, dude. The soundtrack in Deep Rock, it is probably the best part of the game. Everything else of it's great. It's amazing. But the music just hits so different each time there's something going on.
And while you're trying to play a video game that you've never played before and trying to get into, this monkey is in your room, climbing around, screaming at the top of its lungs, and flinging its poop at your screen.
Oh my god.
That was my first experience while trying to play Deep Rock. Except the monkey wasn't a monkey. It was my friends.
Yep.
Look, I love my friends, I really do, but if you're like me, I can't concentrate on anything if I'm talking to them, especially if you've been playing with them for a long time. And it's really weird for me to say that my friends caused me to not enjoy the game as much because this game was meant...
Bro, your friend, dude, literally one of your friends is called Sussus Amogus.
Really weird for me to say that my friends caused me to not enjoy the game as much because this game was meant to be played with your friends. Or at least with other people. Like when I'm playing with them, I clearly see the caves and I see how nice everything looked, but I failed to put the pieces together and say, wow, this is actually a wonderfully styled game.
Yeah, just wait till you play this with randoms. You'll probably even get some randoms that are pretty immersed in the game. Because I'm the one that does that.
My brain was clouded. It was clouded and rotten. My thousands of hours on shooters and the distraction from my friends made me play the game the first time with tunnel vision. You see a bug, you shoot it. You see another bug, you shoot that one. You see the objective. Oh, okay. Collect more kite, do this, yeah. Okay, alright. Talk to your friend while doing it.
Yeah, you're honestly talking stupid right now.
Repeat the process. Finish the mission. Talk to your friend again. End the call. End the game. So my solution? Abandon the monkey and continue to play the game without them.
Yeah, just play it on your own.
To wipe off my screen. I didn't get very far in the perk tree when I first played, but the second time around I collected enough star points by completing achievements, and the perks you pick are actually pretty cool. If you want some jet boots, you can pick them up and potentially save yourself from fall damage.
Where do you see your hover boots?
Okay,
I don't see 'em.
So do you see it? You have the hover boots on, right? Like, did you have to... I like how you look down at your feet. You can't even see.
What an idiot.
Shut the fuck up, please.
Oh my god.
Heightened senses prevents you from getting kidnapped and taken to a sex dungeon.
You have a ballsack bug on you, man. That's where you went wrong.
Press G, press G. That's a good...
I've been kidnapped. I'm gonna need some help. You're taking me to a sex dungeon.
Iron Will is definitely a good one. Pretty useless if you're playing alone, but the way I see people use it nowadays is they use it to revive themselves, run away from where they originally die, and then die in a different spot. I'm actually not sure why you would pick that perk now that I'm thinking about it. I think maybe that like gives you a better score or something, but it's there. But Beastmaster, oh, Beastmaster is by far my favorite perk in this entire game.
Oh, Beastmaster is absolutely the best. It's the best perk you get in the game.
Fuck my friends. Fuck Bosco. Now we got Steve, bitch. He's a bug you hire. He's a fucking traitor. He kills the Glyphids for you and pulls aggro. Who needs friends or a girlfriend when you have Steve? Good job, man. I'm proud of you. There's just so much stuff I missed in this game. You want to dress as a power lifter? Yo, you can do that. From the side profile, you look like a woman's like power lifter. Or maybe you want to wear the ugliest green outfit you've ever seen in your life. Maybe you want to dress as Mario.
Oh my god.
And then maybe have like a little tattoo on the side of your arm. Dude, that tattoo is sick. Hold on. You gotta pay for that though, but gladly. I'd pay for cosmetics gladly. This game is phenomenal now. I can tell. Now I can tell. And I can thank you guys for bringing this game back to life. Playing this game alone seems like it would be an absolutely terrible idea.
The interesting thing is that even though Deep Rock Galactic is a very small community, right? It's a pretty small community, but it's a very, even though it's small, but it's a very deep community that clearly these are people that very much love this game, which, you know, I do too as well. Sadly, I've always played this game through the Game Pass, and I haven't paid for Game Pass for quite a while now, and so I don't have access to this game at all, sadly. But I think the next time when it goes on sale, I think I will buy it. When it does go on sale again, because it's an amazing game. I really wish they would have brought the cross saves, but I don't know. I don't think they're ever gonna do it. They've always mentioned that they weren't really going to, or they never really talked about it. So I mean, and it's been years now, so I don't think they're ever gonna do it.
And for some people, it might be. But doing it alone gave me time to appreciate what the developers worked so hard on. Like the map terrain. I was able to notice the little different varietied plants, the cute little fucking disgusting larva bugs, the smooth and fluid movement and reload animations, which thank God, by the way. Otherwise, this game would have looked like a copy of Pixel Gun 3D.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have sort of a mildly warm take here. I would argue that the community for Deep Rock Galactic is almost non-existent when you're playing on servers. And when I mean non-existent, I mean nobody ever talks. Ever. In-game. I didn't even know you were able to go in a voice chat until I searched it up in the settings. And what that means is that if there's no voice chat, there's quite literally no way for someone to shit on you. Nobody cares if you mess up. Everyone just communicates through pings, which is realistically all you need to do for this game. Not a single...
That's because a lot of the people that you're probably playing is on console.
Mission that I've played in co-op has turned sour. Not a single one, and I've played a decent amount now. And it's left me wondering, why? Why are they so nice? Why does everyone chant rock and stone in every comment section?
Is there crossplay for for Steam and I think there is, right?
For Carl. Who is Carl? Who the fuck is Carl? Why is this game beloved by so many people?
Oh my god, someone had 1,700 hours.
Well, you might say that it's everything that I just said. But in my estimation, I think it's this. The hub area, where you first load into the game. The place where you can spend a surprising amount of time in and not feel like it's just an area for you to pick a mission and head on your way to the actual content. It's the motivational terminal that asks if you've done your part. It's the weapon rack as the rock pox slowly engulfs everything it touches. It's the fact that you can tap on the glass on the incubation tubes on whatever the hell these things are.
No touching the sample containers.
Oh,
Dude, this guy doesn't let us have any fun.
I know, right? Jesus
I'm gonna
Christ.
turn in my 2 weeks.
This looks like my dog. 2 weeks. Like my 20-year-old dog. It's the fact that the glitchy terminal shop recognizes everybody as a valued customer. It's the colorful and comfy abyss bar that waits for you as you go on your next cave adventure. It's the fucking Chinese takeout and messy table that nobody has bothered to clean. It's the fact that you're in a spaceship that looks and sounds like a full working machine. It's the ambience of it all. It's this animated LED.
Didn't that machine break one time because something landed in it and it broke that? I'm trying to remember.
LED light strip. It's this clever Discord implementation. It's this. Oh my god, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Yes! Yes! Oh,
Fuck this.
you suck.
I'm done.
It's Jetty Boot. It's also this anti-gravity button.
Gravity recalibration commencing.
Actually, I don't remember Jetty Boot was ever really there. Not that I can remember.
Turbulence.
Man, it's been quite a while. It's been a hot minute.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? That was crazy, man.
Bro,
That was
went
crazy.
Mach 5 across the map. It's the fact that you can play soccer with your buddies in the hub if you want to. It's the fucking posters. The posters that give you advertisements for weapons. Almost as if you received it in the
Cuts like
mail
hot
and
knife through
posted it up
butter.
on your bunk for motivation that maybe one day you'll get that beloved breach cutter.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
What really
Breach
put the
cutter's
icing on the
amazing.
cake for me to really get into this game was finding the Memorial Hall, a special semi-hidden section on the space rig. A section that captures what I think is the coolest part about this entire game. Realizing the dark, twisted story of it all, walking in and discovering the statues to salute and
Those are
commemorate
probably
the dwarves that
like
worked here
backers or
before
something
you.
like that.
Walking in and seeing the Hoxie side view through the window panel near the promotion section, knowing that every day you're working to drive back the glyphids that infest it, and to collect as many resources as possible, all while listening to this grandiose track
Leave
that
no
plays when
dwarf
you
behind.
enter the room. If you're like me, you'll get caught into the fantasy of it all, fully immersed. Everything kind of makes sense now. You're a dwarf, recruited by Deep Rock Galactic, on this ship, headed to work every day on a dangerous planet, fighting and pushing back every day, while also giving you the sense of hopelessness, knowing that no matter how many glyphids you eradicate, no matter how much infection you think you can stave off, there will always be more on that planet, upgrading your gear to work harder and faster, not just for you, but for your other friends.
Yeah,
You leave no dwarf behind.
it's fantastic. I just like the way how it makes you actually
Listen, I know this video is
care
coming
about
off as a
what you're
bit
doing.
pretentious right now, and I get that. Oh my god, Angel, it's not...
But overall, it's a really, really fun experience. It's a fun game, and you know, I think the reason why it's so fun to me as a game, because it was a game that I remember seeing, like, I think it was like Rooster Teeth playing I think a long time ago in their Let's Play, and that was years ago, guys. That was years ago. And on top of that, what is it, playing the game myself, even when it's in beta and all that stuff through Game Pass. I've had Game Pass for a very long time, since the inception of it, you know, when it was at like beta phase and all that stuff. And I remember Deep Rock Galactic, it's still there, I think, even to this day. And it's awesome seeing that even though this game is, you know, it's been on Game Pass for such a long time. I've seen the game go from, you know, basically from beta to the full 1.0 release, and that's the reason why for me, like, I care about this game a lot and I enjoy it so much. It's because I seen the process of the things that people loved and the things that people hated of what they've introduced in updates and things like that. But overall, the game's awesome.
Any of this, it's simply the fact that they had a great concept and the caves look nice and there's a lot of variety, and fuck you, it's all of that too, but this is what takes the cake for me. This is what got me back into playing. This is why I love this game. They're geniuses. The devs are geniuses. I know it might seem dumb and insignificant, but I've never seen a game that immerses you into the role of who you're supposed to be more than Deep Rock Galactic. It's why I like the game so much. And now that I see it in a different perspective, I can finally play with my friends again. I let the monkeys back in. Okay. I let my friends back in again.
Hey, Angel.
Hooray.
Hey, Angel.
What's up?
Hey, Angel. Hey, Angel. This robot is just like my wife. It's very helpful, and I can it follows me around, and I can dump my load in it. This is gonna be in the video.
Oh my god.
Coming back to my friends and playing this game now was a lot different than when I first played. This game can be fun when played alone, but I mainly used it as a tool to get myself to enjoy it, to immerse myself first. But with friends, it's a whole different story. It's one of the most chaotic, adrenaline-pumping games that I have ever played. And everything about this game makes it so. Like this. What the the epic music. The
Hell
really
yeah.
good voice acting.
Watch out! Dreadnought incoming!
The close quarters combat. The horrifying sounds that each unique glyph
I think, from what I can remember, I think that's the devs sounding the dwarves, from what I can remember.
it makes. All while they're surrounding you and your friends as you try and complete the objective. It's all pure and utter mayhem.
Who decided to pick this mission?
And I love it. And yet,
Oh,
even though
critical
I've
corruption?
essentially quadrupled my playtime, I still have so much stuff to unlock. So many weapons that I've missed that I'm still aiming to get. There's still overclocks, which I haven't even gotten into yet, but they sound awesome. Deep dives are something that I just unlocked. And I didn't even know that there was a battle pass in this game. And it's free.
Very nice.
Yes,
And
sir.
what's that?
It's free.
A cosmetics tree? So if you want something in specific, you don't have to waste your time going through other stuff you don't want and go into the route that you want? What fucking planet did I just get transported to? A battle pass
Deep Rock
that
planet.
isn't awful. Wow.
Clearly,
a game
Hawks
that
is
allows
4.
you to play the game without shoving any microtransactions in your face. A game that incentivizes teamwork by immersion. A game that seems repetitive but has so much content to offer. The different game modes, the seasonal objectives, all the missions, all the promotions and upgraded gear you get for your dwarves the more you play. It's almost like, stay with me, having a job, which is exactly how it's supposed to make you feel. Except it's not a 9 to 5 where you're sitting at a desk all day. It's a 9 to 5 where you're sitting at a desk pretending to be a dwarf who works for a badass mining company in space and you kill cool spiders. Pretty well done, I'd say. Sure, this game isn't realistic at all, and that for some people can break their immersion when playing. Yeah, it's not a Red Dead Redemption.
I'll be like, dude, you're playing as dwarves mining in space, where you're fighting what is it, alien-like spiders. That's literally, the devs literally tweeted at one point where they got inspired by the dwarves. Supposedly, it's a meme, but the dwarves from Lord of the Rings and also Alien from the franchise Aliens, and what is it, and a spider.
But it's heavily made up for when you take into account all the other details they added into the game. Also, this game wasn't made by Rockstar, it was made by an indie company with 32 people, so yeah, I would cut them some slack there. Getting into the role that the game asks you to play is very special, because it makes you play the game with a different mindset. Not just to play, but to experience the game how it was meant to be experienced. And Deep Rock did a phenomenal job doing that by implementing the simplest of things. And I feel like that's exactly why so many people love games like these. And Deep Rock, in my opinion, is the one that shines the most.
Yes, sir.
If you don't like this game, I suggest you play it alone. Or maybe you have, then I suggest you get some friends to play it with.
And
What
if you
the
have,
hell
and
was
still
that?
don't like it,
You're shooting platforms at it. Fuck. And if you don't have any friends, then I honestly, I really don't know what to tell you at that point.
for
Figure
real,
it out,
facts.
I'm sure. Yeah, you can go make some on some random server on here. These people are nice. And if you don't have Deep Rock Galactic, buy it. 10 out of 10.
Hell yeah. Sparky. It's facts, dude. Even though I feel like some parts of it was a little rough to, to kind of get through, but I feel like overall, yes, Deep Rock Galactic was definitely a game that, and over time, over the years, has gone significantly better. And Deep Rock Galactic is one of those games where this is a game done right. It doesn't just throw all the premium prices in your face. And honestly, I knew about the battle pass and things like that, but I'm pretty sure if I introduced this to some of my other friends who've never played it and told them, hey, the game also has a battle pass, they'd be like, damn, I wouldn't even notice if you told me. I'd be like, yeah. Because it's just a machine right there, and the game doesn't even tell you a battle pass, or for what I can remember, but maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, Deep Rock Galactic sets a precedent of this is what you actually do for an indie game. And now I understand why it takes them a very long time to come out with updates, because I don't know how many. They said 36 employees. Did they stayed with that number ever since? Dang, it's crazy. Because I've seen some studios where they expand, you know, their game becomes successful. They, you know, expand their studios so much more that I believe what needs to, you know, that doesn't really need to be that much expanded. You know, adding like tens and tens more people. But hey, you know, if they want to stay that small and trickle content and things like that, and it keeps the fan base happy, so be it, man. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this one as much as I did, because this was an amazing video. But anyway, what is it for everyone? Rock and Stone, and also as always for Carl. All right, have a good one. Peace.